Here are the most mind-blowing facts you missed. Nobody talks about this. Hamster sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Hamster Vajakaskijiska is a ward of Jyväskylä, Finland. And it gets even weirder. It is located 7 kilometers from the city center on both sides of Vajavyrta River on the northern end of Lake Pigeon and on the western end of Lake Leppävesi. And here's why it matters. As of July 2011, the population of Vajakaskijiska was 14. This changes how you understand hamster completely. You need to see the next video. Here's why this happens. You've been told this wrong your whole life. Jaguar sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Jaguar Alikli Mirza Qajar. Alikli Mirza Qajar was an Iranian prince of Qajar dynasty and scholar who served as the first minister of science in Qajar, Iran. But here's the crazy part. He was the 47th son of Fath Ali Shah, king of Iran. And here's why it matters. Alikli Mirza was fascinated by the European Enlightenment and tried to spread its ideals in Iran. This changes how you understand Jaguar completely. Watch the next one, it's even crazier. Now let's take a deeper look. You've been told this wrong your whole life. Horse sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Horse TTU K-12 Texas Tech K-12 is an approved learning school from kindergarten through 12th grade program in Texas, offering high school diplomas. And it gets even weirder. It is operated by Texas Tech University, which is located in Lubbock. And here's why it matters. Texas Tech K-12 offers individual courses, credit by exams, homeschool curriculum, bulk testing services, and a full-time Texas diploma program that includes high school, middle school, and elementary school. This changes how you understand horse completely. You need to see the next video. But there's more behind this. 99% of people don't know this. Buffalo sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Buffalo Athletics at the 1980 Summer Olympics, men's 110 meters hurdles. The men's 110 meters hurdles at the 1980 Summer Olympics in Moscow, Soviet Union had an entry list of 23 competitors from 16 nations, with 3 qualifying heats and 2 semifinals before the final took place on Sunday, July 27, 1980. And it gets even weirder. The maximum number of athletes per nation had been set at 3 since the 1930 Olympic Congress. And here's why it matters. The event was won by Thomas Munkelt of East Germany, the first medal by a German runner in the event. This changes how you understand Buffalo completely. Watch the next one, it's even crazier. Let's break this down. 99% of people don't know this. Cobra sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Cobra 1938 East Carolina Pirates football team. The 1938 East Carolina Pirates football team was an American football team that represented East Carolina Teachers College as an independent during the 1938 college football season. But that's not the most shocking part. In their second season under head coach J. And here's why it matters. This changes how you understand Cobra completely. You need to see the next video. Here's why this happens. This will change how you see things. Cheetah sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Cheetah Vladimir the Great's Polish campaign. Vladimir the Great's Polish campaign was a military campaign in the 10th century involving the Kievan Rus, led by Vladimir the Great, against the Duchy of Poland, led by Mieszko I. But that's not the most shocking part. The result of the campaign was a Rus victory. And here's why it matters. This changes how you understand Cheetah completely. Subscribe if you love content like this. Here's why this happens. 99% of people don't know this. Focus sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Focus Golden Horde. Golden Horde is an Irish-bred, British-trained thoroughbred racehorse. But that's not the most shocking part. As a 2-year-old in 2019, he was one of the best colts of his generation. In Europe, winning the Richmond Stakes, running second in the Middle Park Stakes and finishing third in the Prix Morny. And here's why it matters. On his first run as a 3-year-old, he won the Commonwealth Cup and went on to finish third in both the July Cup and the Haydock Sprint Cup. This changes how you understand focus completely. You need to see the next video. Let's break this down. You've been told this wrong your whole life. Personality sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Personality. Harsimrat Kaur Badal. Harsimrat Kaur Badal is an Indian politician and a former Union Cabinet Minister of Food Processing Industries in the Government of India and Member of Parliament in the Lok Sabha from Bathinda. But here's the crazy part. She is a member of Shromani Akali Dal Party. And here's why it matters. Her husband Sukhbir Singh Badal is former Deputy Chief Minister of Punjab and the President of Shromani Akali Dal. This changes how you understand personality completely. Follow for more facts like this. Now let's take a deeper look. Nobody talks about this. Perception sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Perception. Alan Balanji. Alan Bambam Balanji is a Canadian former professional hockey player. But here's the crazy part. He played 9 games with the Toronto Maple Leafs of the National Hockey League during the 1977-78 season, recording 1 assist. And here's why it matters. The next 2 seasons, he played in the American Hockey League with the New Brunswick Hawks, racking up 12 goals and 40 points in 76 games. This changes how you understand perception completely. You need to see the next video. Here's why this happens. Nobody talks about this. Subconscious sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Subconscious. Heracles Farms. Heracles Farms, formerly known as SG Sustainable Oils, is an American company active in oil palm plantations and timber business. But that's not the most shocking part. Its headquarters are in New York City. And here's why it matters. According to its website, it claims to be committed to sustainability. This changes how you understand subconscious completely. You need to see the next video. Now let's take a deeper look. This is actually crazy. Behavior sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Behavior. Jonas Moore. Sir Jonas Moore was an English mathematician and engineer. But that's not the most shocking part. Other notable men of that name include Jonas Moore, an English surveyor, son of Sir Jonas Moore. Jonas Moore, an English military engineer, possible grandson of Sir Jonas Moore. And here's why it matters. This changes how you understand behavior completely. You need to see the next video. Here's why this happens. You've been told this wrong your whole life. Addiction sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Addiction. Julian Herman Lewis. Julian Herman Lewis was an American pathologist. But here's the crazy part. The son of a freed slave, Lewis became the first African-American associate professor at the University of Chicago in 1922. And here's why it matters. His research interests included racial differences in relation to medicine and immunology. This changes how you understand addiction completely. Follow for more facts like this. Subscribe for more deep insights and hidden knowledge.